Hey, what's going on guys, it is Lasty here and welcome to another episode of The Random Pick, the series where we randomly generate numbers on random.org and go to that corresponding page on the market and buy the most highly rated player. First off, if you guys are looking to buy some coins, then be sure to check out UT Coin Traders. Lads, as always, the description is going to be down below. It's going to be down below in the description. That's where the links are going to be. This video today is going to be, the attributes are going to be 200k minimum price. That was the highest rated comment on my last video. So first page we end up getting here is a page number 3, and as we scroll our way through, we see that it is the 89 rated team of the season Farfan as our first player. So a nice pacey, well, very pacey, 94 pace on him right there. So he's a pretty quick one. So that's our first player. Then the second one we go ahead and get is a page 32 or something, I think, and as you can see here, we'll scroll on through and we'll eventually get to a 92 rated Thiago Silva. So we've got a nice right winger, and we've also got a very pacey centre back. Pretty much, I think he's the fastest centre back in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then moving on to our third random pick player, we end up getting a page number 19 or 20, that is it. And as we scroll on through, there is a bunch of 89 rated players to choose from. We could have Santi, we could have Balotelli, Vidal, we could have Gerrard, but eventually we go with the beast that is Mario Balotelli. So there's no question in it. I think he's the best player on that page. That is for sure. So we now have 3 players for this team, and obviously it was a minimum 200k, but some of these players are going to cost a bit more than that. So a nice expensive episode for you guys. I know you guys have recently been commenting saying that you want a very expensive episode, so that's great. After a bit of messing around on Foot-head, I ended up going with this formation, the 4-3-3. So it's time we went out into the market and bought our players. So Schalke is who Farfan plays for. So we're going to go out there, 150k minimum, 200k maximum, because I think he should be around 200k. And we end up getting a deal which is 193. So that is below the 200k budget thingy, but he was the highest rated player when the attributes were, you know, above 200k. So someone was trying to flog him for a little bit too much money. And you know, we ended up getting a bit of a deal here. So he was 193,000. So the second player we go out and try and get is our centre back. That is the team of the season, Thiago Silva. And wow, he's expensive. So when we come across him, it is 850 something K, which is just crazy money for a centre back. That is really unbelievable. At the time I thought, is this legit? Is he really this many coins? But fair enough, we're pretty rich on this account, so go ahead and buy him with no trouble at all. And then we go ahead out into the market again for our final player, who is going to be Mario Balotelli. And there's a few on the market for the sort of price I'm looking for, but I believe 580,000 coins out of our formation is the best that we could see on the market. So we go ahead, put him into our squad after we've picked him up. And now it's about time I showed you where I'm playing these players in the team. So as you can see here, we are going to go with Thiago Silva as the left centre back, and obviously the 2 other players. You know, we've got a right winger for Farfan and a striker Balotelli. So this is the squad that I ended up playing with them. You know, playing around my 3 players. So let's have a little run through, shall we? In goal today we've got the regular version of Sirigu, who looking at his card, he's got good diving, he's got good reflexes, and that's pretty much all I can say about him. Our left back and our right back are looking good. They're pacey, they've got great stats across the board, and they're looking like players that can push up and down the pitch. So let's hope for that when we, you know, play the games with this team. That could be quite nice, very enjoyable. I mean, both of these cards just look insane in Piszczek and Marcelo. Then we have the regular Jerome Boateng as our first centre back, who is nice and pacey, nice and tall, and nice and strong. But we move on. So our first random pick player, who is the team of the season, Thiago Silva, who has got 87 pace, 94 defending, and 90 heading. Really insane stats on this guy. He is literally the best defender on the game, in my opinion, especially like stats wise and pace wise and stuff. He pretty much adds up to be the best defender on this game. Moving on, we have got our two outside mids who are going to be some decent players. They're quite similar. They are Draxler and Hernandez, both in form. And what we've got here is two skillers. We've got 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot on them two players, which is pretty awesome as outside mids, meaning they can shoot on either foot. And then we've got the holding midfielder there, Luis Gustavo, who, you know, helps out with them two wide mids, and it just works. It really does. Out on that left wing spot, we have got the team of the season, El Shaarawy, to give that perfect chemistry link there to Mario Balotelli, who we'll get onto in a moment. But this is our second player, Tots Farfan, who has got 94 shooting, 87 pace, 89 passing, and 91 dribbling. 4-star skill moves on him as well, just is a recipe for success. He's got pace, he's got shooting, he's got passing, he's got dribbling and skill moves. That is exactly what you want to see. So let's see what he can do in a moment in the clips to come. And then we have this guy, the beast. That's all you can say about Mario Balotelli. He is an utter beast with 90 pace, 90 dribbling, and 89 shooting. What a ridiculous card he has in this team of the season version, who is 89 rated. This squad cost me 3.2 million coins. So let's see what it could do, shall we? Let's see the clips that I've got with this team. Right. First off, I'll show you some of the goals with players who weren't my random pick players. They were just the fillers, and then we have a bit of a sweaty goal there, not a very nice one there to start things off with Gustavo, but just to show you that he gets up the pitch as well. Then that is Hernandez, showing you that he's got some nice skill moves, and he's good on both feet as well. He'll slot up the ball away, and then Draxler here unleashing one on his weak foot as well. So both the goals from my outside mids have been on their weak foot, just showing you that 5-star weak foot is absolutely godly thing to have on this game. Good ball through ball there from Balotelli, and when El Shaarawy's in that much space, you can afford to take the finesse shot there. So there we go. Right, some defensive clips now from Thiago Silva, and oh my god, it was difficult to find defensive clips. I hate it. I hate searching through all the games that I've played just to find a couple of tackles to show you guys, but you know what? It's the sort of thing you want, and right there is just sort of me showing you that you don't try a through ball against Thiago Silva. He is going to win that every single time with that burst of pace he's got. 87 pace is enough to keep up with a lot of players, including S-Vine sometimes, even though he's the best striker in the game. And then we do have a goal we did score with Thiago Silva. A nice powerful header there onto the post and in. A nice little goal, good accuracy on the head there. Right, moving on to Farfan. He makes his own room here. He makes the pace, he makes the pass, and gets that 1-2 back from Hernandez, and he's through. Scores a nice goal on his weak foot there. I believe I scored 3 goals with him in the sort of 4 or 5 games that I played, and he was good, you know. He really shoots some good pace, and what I was actually surprised in was the finish, because I've used regular Farfan this game, and all I found was he was just pace to me. He didn't really seem skillful or anything like that. He couldn't really shoot, in my opinion. But this card, yeah, it's a massive upgrade on the shot, and like right here, his dribbling is so tight that he wriggles around, and then anywhere just from the 18-yard box or in is a definite goal every single time. I mean, 89 shooting right there or something like that. It's gonna go in the back of the net. And then some lovely balls through from my midfield. Balotelli had it easy. He had some great service of great balls put through to him, and he's always going to win. I mean, look at that. The defender could have gone for the header, but I knocked it back because I thought we'll give it a go for Balotelli on the acrobatic shot, and he ended up hitting it, which was nice. Pace and strength there. That is against Dead A. He wins the battle in the race and just taps it in with that left foot of his. He's deadly. Like the last 2 goals I'm going to show you here are just absolute cannons. I mean, that was such a lovely finish that we're going to show you that one again. I love the way he's made himself some space. He doesn't take too long on the ball, probably 2 or 3 touches, and then he smashed it into the back of the net. And a great ball through there from Luis Gustavo, and I don't care what centre-back it is, you're not catching Balotelli. And if you are going to catch him, you're not going to outstrength him in that situation. And then just an absolute crazy finish into the to the near post. In that situation, I would normally try and hit it over to the right of the goal, but then I thought, you know what, we'll cut it back across to that near post. So that's what we did, and those were the clips. This is the team. Let's run through it. Let you know how I enjoyed each player. I hated Sirigu. He did absolutely nothing for me in the end, which was a little bit poor. But Piszczek and Marcelo were both absolute gods in this team. worked their asses off for the team, and they got up and down the pitch just as I thought they would, and they're very, very overpowered in this game. Then we had Boateng, who is taller than Thiago Silva, so that was a great little partnership to have, and he was very good. But let's talk about Thiago Silva. I thought that he was insane for a defender. He was very, very, very good. But there's no difference to this card and his regular card, so there's absolutely no point in spending 850k on this card just because it's blue, because the stats must lie. I think they're both the same player in essence, really, and he gets a 9 out of 10 just because he's that good. But the only way he could become better is if he got a bit taller, and yeah, it just wasn't quite as expensive, so just go with his regular card there. Right, moving on to our midfield. This guy, Luis Gustavo, was an absolute rock. He holds down everything. He is the absolute playmaker of this team, and it just works out so well. And then you've got these two who they thread the balls through. They take some lovely shots. They're both influential in getting the balls through to our strike force in order to score some goals. Then we have the attack. We've got El Shaarawy, who I like. This Tots card is very good. He's got a nice shooting boost and stuff. He doesn't seem to set the goals up as much as the other players do, but he's a bit of a goal scorer, and if he was in a forward position rather than a wing, I think he'd be slightly better. Right, Farfan was pacey, was skillful, had a lovely shot, really tight dribbling. I enjoyed him. He's 8 out of 10 for me. He's quite expensive for the card that he is. And I don't know, he felt like he got back a little bit too much as well, so that would be the only way that he could be improved, is if, I don't know, he feels like he didn't have like good work rates for some reason, but not quite sure what they were. Moving on to Balotelli, he for me is nearly the perfect player. He gets a 9.9 out of 10 just because I don't think anyone deserves a complete and utter 10 out of 10. He's strong, fast, great at finishing. He's nearly the perfect player. So that is the random pick for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like. We're looking to hit 2,000 on this, and if so, you will see my favourite League One, French League One. You'll see that squad tomorrow. So catch you later, guys. Peace.